Episode 7 with the Vancouver Grizzlies. We started in the Jordan era. Started with Utah Jazz, and then when the expansion draft happened, we switched to the Grizzlies. This is the lineup we're running with, though. Nash, Bryant, Antoine Walker, Garnett, The Dream, Steve Henson, Willie Anderson, Alden Campbell. Elliot Perry is getting minutes, but I think he's going to lose his minutes. Steven Jackson, I'd like to get more minutes. And Mark Jackson as well. Could use some minutes. So we're going to run some of our young guys. Mark Jackson, and Steven Jackson. And see how that goes. Now, player mentorship hasn't been working, but we'll see if it's going to work. We'll just pick a random guy. Yeah, it's still not working. That's unfortunate. System proficiency. Yeah, we'll just run a balanced system with the new head coach. Double check contracts. Nothing going on, so we'll jump into the season. We're hoping for a good season. We thought we'd make playoffs last year. We failed in the play-in. But hopefully now we can actually kind of show what we're made of a little bit. Okay, they're both playing, so that's good. They're both playing still. Kobe's fully healed now, so that's huge. So Perry's going to lose his minutes. Jackson's going to get some extras, and then Mark is going to slot in. Hopefully we can pick it up some, because we have been struggling. We're going to play the Dream hurt. Just keep leaving it as is. There, now we're 11-10. That was a good run for us. We needed that. Hopefully we can get some more runs like that. Walker's out, so Jackson will be starting for us. We'll see how he does. Walker has fully healed, which is big for the team. Bring him back in. Take Perry's minutes away. Give more minutes to Jackson. And then bring Mark in. Decline that trade. We're doing really decent actually now. 2013. We're looking like we could actually have a playoff berth. Just gotta see if we can get there. Nash, we're gonna decline that. We're not trading Nash. Nash is that important building block for this team. Nash, Bryant, Durant, or Garnett. We won't see any of those guys get traded. They are the franchise players. Hopefully we can just build off those guys and have a successful run with this Vancouver team. 24-17 coming up to the deadline. Check out our team some. Nash 14 and so he has slowed down a little bit, but it's just because his minutes. Bryant's having a great season. Dang, 21.5 points a game. Now Walker has slowed down some, but if he's playing the minutes, he'd be doing a little better. Garnett's having a great season. The Dream's having a good season. Henson's actually having a really good season. Glad we re-signed him. Perry actually has been playing good when we let him play, but I'd much rather have Steven Jackson playing and Mark Jackson. Now we are at the deadline. There is some stuff we could try to do. Like, we could try to upgrade on a small forward. Like, what if we did him and Walker? Nothing. Him and Jackson? Nothing. Just him. Okay, so there's no way we could trade the dream right now. Okay. What if we traded both the Jacksons? Both the Jacksons, Steven and Mark. PJ Brown, Brent Berry, Danny Ferry, and a first. Daniels and Easley. Corey Hart, Aaron Scott, Mark Bryant, Chris Morris. Blue Edwards. We're probably just best keeping them and just running with it. We'll run with this team. We're actually performing. So hopefully we can actually get our way into these playoffs. Mark and Steven are both playing. That's what we want. Broken right leg for Garnett. That means Mark Jackson's starting. We'll see what he's made out of now. Starting after Garnett with the big injury. That's tough. He's back at least, so that's good for the team. Really dependent on Mark Jackson right now. Eldon Campbell's out as well, so that's going to put more workload on him. Oh, there we go. Garnett is back, which is huge. Jackson gets some rest in. He's still in. Good. 31 and 26. Elliot Perry is hurt. Campbell is back. We could make him play with that strained hip. Would be like we're gonna have to play these guys hurt just to try our best to get in these playoffs. Anderson's back. Hopefully Campbell comes back. Alright, Weber, another MVP. Tim Duncan, Rookie of the Year. Howard Easley, Kia Six-Man. David Robinson, DOP. Most Improved. Nick Gordon, and Daly. So the Bucks are looking like the team to beat. Garnett on the first NBA team. Garnett on the first defensive team. And are we going to have any rookies? Steven Jackson on the second rookie team. Alright, so we're in the play-in. We're the 7th seed, though. We're going in against Utah. So if we win this, I believe we make it into the playoffs. If we lose, we got one more chance. So we're going to be running Steve Nash, Kobe, Walker, Garnett, The Dream, Henson, Anderson, Campbell. Perry we're not running because we're going to run Steven Jackson a little bit more of a pace with Mark Jackson to help us out with those power forward minutes. And hopefully we can get into these playoffs with this Grizzlies team. And it looks like we're going to get through as we beat the Utah Jazz. That is the team we started the series with. So we started with the Jazz and we beat them in the play-in. And that actually gives us a berth. So we're going to go against Golden State in round number 1. But we'll simulate the play-in. Kobe back spasms. He's going to have to play. And Utah loses again to Denver. So Utah not making it. We're making it against Golden State. Game number 1, we are in the Golden State. They beat us by 1. Wow, Tim Hardaway balled out to beat us. Bryant's playing hurt, but we're just hoping for big games out of him. And there we go, 19 points out of Kobe, 6 for 13 from shooting. I'll take it. And can we get this win? Come on, Vancouver. Ah, we do it. We get him by 10. Garnett with 33 and 14. The dream of 22 and 5. Our bigs, our bigs balled out tonight. Our bigs did some work. All right, come on. Let's get this win so we can wait for our players to heal up a little bit. And we're going to lose. Golden State not giving up. Winner of this moves on to round number 2. Hopefully it's Vancouver. Come on. Let's take out Golden State. And they're going to do it. Dang. Remove changes and exit. Have CPU build. So Golden State is going to go to the finals against the Bucks, but the Bucks are going to win it. Weber, another finals MVP. 2 straight huge seasons for Weber. Buck Williams is going to retire. And Anthony Bowie. Staff retirements. Historic changes. Implement a mid-level exception to the salary cap. Okay. So we're going to take those. League meetings. Implement maximum length of a regular contract. Okay, so that was rejected. Abolish the salary cap. That was rejected, and that was 2. Draft lottery. Do we got anything cooking? No. Trailblazers won the draft lottery. I like what we're doing here, but if we can upgrade on anything, assistant GM looks like something we can upgrade on. I'm seeing some GMs with some good badges. Like up here, he does have an offer, and it's possible we don't get him. And if we don't get him, I'd rather have him. So let's just keep him. Ooh. Okay, we got 3 options here for CFOs that we could maybe get a nice upgrade. So we'll try that. Try him. We'll try him. We'll send them other offers. Oh. They all signed somewhere else, so we kind of... I guess we could bring in him. We'll continue to try to upgrade CFOs and assistant GMs. Next year, we're going to do whatever we can to bring in our doctor. So let's get into the draft. Is there anything we're looking at doing here in the draft? Steven Jackson, is he something we're looking to trade? Same with Mark Jackson and Eden Campbell. We got the 18th and the 25th. Can we trade those? So we got the 18th, 25th. Can we move up at all? We could do Steven Jackson, who we drafted 7th. We get a vet center. We'd have to give up another pick. So I don't want to do that. What about the 12th? Steven Jackson for the 12th. We'd have to give up a pick again. Not interested. Steve Henson and the 18th for 11th and another first. That's actually kind of doable. I think I'd do that. And then we got the 11th and 25th pick. We could try to move up some. I doubt I can move up that high. 10th, we could give up our 2nd and our 11th for the 10th to move up one spot. Could give up Mark Jackson. So this is 2nd to move up a pick. I don't think we really need to, though. Like, what? Ooh, Dirk is in this draft, and he's not highly touted. Like, he's not looking like he's the number 1. Let's see if Dirk drops. Vince Carter going number 1. Dirk goes number 2. Yeah, he wasn't dropping too much. When I seen that, I was like, are we gonna get lucky? Um, um, he is the 2nd best center. We could bring him in, see what he's about, and then we can bring in. There's another center, I guess. I think these are mostly. Oh, there's Nazir Muhammad. I don't want to drop made up players. Shaman Williams, we could bring him in. Send user pick. We got one more. Who's gonna be our last pick? What if we? Yeah, well, why not? Dang. So, Rafir Alliston going right before our pick, of course. Dang, we messed up there. Williams, though, I don't think we really messed up with that pick. Rookie signings, we will sign. We'll sign all of them. Team player options, Garnett, Kobe, Nash, and Walker, yes. Qualifying offers, we got none. Roster, so we got Nash, Williams, Kobe, Walker, Jackson, Mark Jackson, Garnett, Campbell. So we have 3 centers. That's obviously not going to work. Trade finder. I can trade Walker right now. What if I traded Walker and Campbell together right now? Ooh, okay, we could bring him in. He wasn't getting a lot of rebounds though. Eric Dampier. Hot Rod Williams is such a cool name. We could get a first, 2 firsts. Okay, what if I kept Walker and I tried to trade like Campbell and maybe just Campbell. Just Campbell. We can get a first. I think we go after the 76ers first. Ooh, 2 firsts if we give them a 2nd to San Antonio. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we need a starting center, vet power forward, vet small forward, backup shooting guard. We do get some money as well. Manu Bull. Centers aren't that. No, we got him. He could be good for us. Does not shoot good though. Then there's Rodman. The vet Rodman coming in. Dang. We don't really need a good small forward. We got that. We just need it to give him the time to keep growing. Shooting guard, we do need a backup. Not a starter by no means, but a good backup would be nice. Doug Christie. Wouldn't mind bringing him in. Point guards. We could bring in a backup point guard, I guess. Steve Kerr. Big thing is a center. We can spend some money and try to get him. But I don't know if he's really what we're looking at. What about team option after a year? Yeah, I don't know. Manu Bull is kind of young. Like, we could run Manu Bull. We did have him before in Utah. Like, we just need him to come in and get rebounds and blocks for us. So, I don't know. I don't think he's the one for us. Could bring in Kevin Duckworth. He doesn't get a lot of rebounds, so. What about Corey Hart? See, he was in Utah with us as well. We could go with him as a starter. Here's their offers. Jazz offering. Here's his offer. Decent offer from the Lakers. Yeah, I don't know if we beat that Lakers offer on him. Fortunately, it's looking like we're going to have another lackluster season. I think we just try him for a year. See how it goes. We'll try to bring in... Do you need a point guard? He doesn't have to be too super good. Just a good, decent backup. Some like Greg Grant. Like I said, we could go with Steve Kerr. He doesn't really get a lot of assists though, does he? Sam Castle. He was our guy in Utah. I think we bring in Gary Grant on a 1 year. Shooting guard, we need a backup as well. We could bring in Robin. Maybe not at that cap. Could bring in Christie, Cloud, Terry Dahier. Rex Chapman. He does work with our team pretty good. We could bring back Willie Anderson. We have had for the last 2 seasons. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll sign him back just for 1 year. So that's 2 shooting guards for us. We could even bring in another one if we wanted. Could bring in Terry to here. Maybe not at that cap though, because we could bring in So we could bring in Chapman for that. Small forward. Just a vet with badges. Brian Russell, Greg Eaton, Billy James Jr., uh, Jerome Kersey. Could bring him in. Just the vet. Power forward, same thing. We need a vet with badges. Alright. He's hurt right now. We don't want to pay that money. Stacey King. Scott Williams is who we did have before. Could bring in Greg Anderson. You know what? Maybe we bring in Greg Anderson. So that's okay. We're good. Do we have any contracts we can work with now? Garnett. We can now negotiate Garnett's mega deal. 5 years. I will give him more money every year, but how team friendly can we go? What about 7.2, 7.5? And he's going to accept that. So Garnett is locked up long term here in Vancouver. Going to get 4.6 this year, then 7.2, 7.5. So he's getting paid. And when we look at our finances, we have 22 million in cap space next year. Bryant will be in his last year of his rookie deal. Same with Nash and Walker. We'll have a lot of money next year to spend on a center. Like, even right now, we have 6.8 if we wanted to get in our luxury space. But right now, I don't think there's much we can do right now. So we're just going to run with it. Garnett's going to go up by 3. Kobe's up by 5. Nash up by 4. So that the big three is looking good. Now, hoping for a lot out of this guy. We signed him to a 1 year. Rex Chapman even goes up by 1. Nice. Walker goes up by 1. Walker's not really moving much for us, though. You know, he hasn't really grown much. So moving on from Walker isn't out of the question, especially before that rookie deal ends. But that is it for episode number 7. I'll catch y'all on 8.